Hey, folks. Very weird stuff going on with my camera right now, which is awesome, wonderful, perfect. Let's get a close up. There we go. There's the face. There's the mic right there. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties, as you can tell from well, this isn't Stark Tech. It isn't Wayne. It's probably Hammer. I don't know what's going on. But look, here's the thing. I'm back. Happy New Year. A lot of brown going on here. Brown sweater, brown vase back there, brown door, brown skin. What that means. But look, we've got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna have fun on this episode, and it's gonna be cool. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there. All right. So somebody hit my opening, and let's start this thing. Okay. Hey, folks, what's up? It's the Hungry Bleak Show. I am Antonio Palmares, aka the Hungry Bleak, and welcome to the show and the Hungry Bleak channel. I'm also the home of TBA News. There you go, with my co-hosts Robert, Jeffrey, and Java Chan. So it's a new year. It's a new, no, it's not a new me. It's the same me. Actually, it's me with the weights off because now I really am in a different headspace from 2025 and a better headspace, I want to say as well. Excuse me. Um, just got a lot. There's just been a lot of stuff happening in the world, obviously, as you know. But for this half hour or so, we're not going to think about it. We're going to talk about comics. We're going to have some fun. And at the end, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that are going on. So let's jump right into it. So, comic book news. Stephanie Williams, excuse me, is on Wonder Woman 29. All I have to say about this is yes. And yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, some more. Stephanie Williams is one of my creatives of 2025. Phenomenal, absolutely loved what she had got going on. She's got this incredible time heist comic uh, by the name of Temporal. Then we have this one of the launching titles for Ignition Press, which is Roots of Madness. And then she has this incredible Saturday morning feeling cartoon comic, Street Sharks, which you all know was an animated series back in the late 90s, I want to say. Was it late 90s, maybe early 2000s? Can't remember. At a certain point, look, I turned 48 when we were gone, folks. Thank you, no applause. Just send cake and purple shirts. So time is really weird. But now she's going back to Themyscira and the world of the Amazons with Wonder Woman 29. As we all know, Stephanie has just, to me, just revamped everything with her work on Nubia. It was just so beautiful and empowering and just incredible to see. And for someone like myself who is not a big Wonder Woman reader, that was really my first delve into Themyscira with that. I mean, I know about Wonder Woman. I know like her with Justice League and everything like that. Read a little bit of her stuff, but never really dove into it. Stephanie Williams got me diving into the world of Themyscira with Nubia and the Amazons and those adventures. That whole time, so incredible, so amazing. The trials and everything. I'm gonna have to go back and reread that, aren't I? Yes, yes, I am. So she's going back in with Wonder Woman 29. First off, this cover is just absolutely breathtaking. I need this on a t-shirt. Can I get Nubia on a t-shirt, please? Can I? I need this particular art on a t-shirt. I think this is really great. We know that this was been writing it, but I believe that taking a bit of a break or such. So Stephanie is going to be doing Wonder Woman 29. I think she might be doing number 30 as well. I would not be mad if she had a nice run on there. She's also going to be having, excuse me, artist Jeffrey Spokes on there, and this is going to be releasing on January 21st, which is next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. I'm in. Yes, yes, please, yes. Stephanie just has this incredible library of work and never disappoints. She's one of the people who I just, when I see her name or when I hear her name, my eyes automatically go to whatever it is, and my ears perk up to listen. Um, I want to say my first foray for Stephanie Williams was Living Heroes, which was just incredible, wonderful. So when I heard that she was on Nubia, I jumped to Nubia to see what was happening with that world, and it's just amazing. Everything she does that I've read has just been so incredible and amazing, and I am loving seeing this. Just seeing her name everywhere. I'm absolutely loving it, and I can't wait to see more of her own creator-owned stuff as well. I'm always excited to see writers that I love doing their thing on uh, big two stuff, Marvel or DC. It's great, wonderful. But I love when they do their creator own. That's what really gets me excited and gets me going, okay, I wonder what they're going to do with this. Because, I mean, to get me into a time heist comic um, about a mother who has a family and everything, but 10 years before that, her and her husband were these time traveling kind of heist. What was it Robert called them? Um, I forgot the term that he used, but he didn't use thief, but I'm going to use thief because, you know, and being able to do that type of story with that, and it still being about a family and this woman who, as Robert said, is an expert in her field of um, just doing just amazing stuff, and I absolutely love it. So I'm excited for this. I want to see what's happening. I'm going to be diving into this. I need to catch up on Wonder Woman. I'm kind of behind, but because of Stephanie Williams, I'm going to jump to read the stuff that I have so I can catch up for this. I also definitely want this comic in print because the cover looks absolutely amazing. I am always here for it. Stephanie's one of, like I said, my favorite writers out there, and I'm excited for this. Um, it's just amazing. Something else I'm excited for is going to be more from Tiny Onion. Okay, so look, James Tynion has been on an absolute monstrous tear as far as comics go. I mean, the Tiny Onion imprint brand, let's say, might be a better word, has just been on fire with everything that he's done. The book that he's been most widely known for over the last few years has been, excuse me, has been Something's Killing the Children and that whole universe. Absolutely amazing, beautiful stuff. But he's had so much more coming out as of late, and the stuff that he has coming out is great. There's World Tree. There's Exquisite Corpses, which I absolutely love. Wait, is Exquisite Corpse or Exquisite? No, Exquisite. Easy for me to say. Corpses. Trying to think of everything he has. There's so much under that imprint. Well, they're also everything from a Tiny Onion. It feels like is also becoming a movie or an animated series. So the next thing we're going to have is Exquisite Corpse, which is one of the latest works of Tinian and Tiny Onion. Basically, this is the story of what is happening here. This is going to be the story of it's these groups of families from all over from each of the states, and they have like killers. They have these their chosen killers. They're chosen, let's say Avatar or champions. Champions is a better word. And what they do is they go to a secluded town and they go and they fight it out. And whoever wins is the one that will rule for, is the one that will be in charge for a bit. Unfortunately, the people in this town are fodder and they can be killed during this whole situation. They're just bystanders. So what they do is they go into the town, they cut off all communication, they cut off cell service, they cut off Wi-Fi, everything, and then they just becomes this battle royale free for all. This is, I want to say they're on maybe issue 8, 9. I want to say comic has been phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Then I hear, okay, well, they're going to be making a live action movie of this, and also Room Service. Room Service, I'm not familiar with. I have to check that out. But if it's Tiny Onion, I know it's going to be incredible. This is huge. I love it. it's just amazing what's happening. As it as we say, Tinian, the five-time Eisner winning writer behind Something is Killing Children, The Nice House on the Lake, and The Truth Department. Among just that's just a small bit of what he's done. So much out there uh, is going to be having that. I'm excited for this. Like I said, I'm really excited to see Something's Killing Children, as far as being live action and also animated. World Tree is one I have to get into more. I've only read the first issue, but I was like, oh, it's terrifying. Tinian does horror so well, and those tense moments and pretty much breaking your heart. I'm trying to think of anything that I can think of that might have a happy ending. Anything of his I've read that I know that will not have a happy ending. But this is one of his newest works, like I said, Exquisite Corpses, which I absolutely love. It's just been such a great thing, and it even has like trading cards. I want to say like there are cards. I think there's even going to be a game out for it as well, like a board game or like a card game for it as well. Going to be coming out, or it may actually be all out already. Ever expanding. That's the thing. The brand of Tiny Onion, the brand of James Tinian the Fourth, truthfully, is just be growing and well deserved, well earned. Better to put it. Incredible stuff. Happy for him. I got to listen to him speak, I believe, the last two New York Comic Cons. Specifically, went to panels that had him there because I wanted to see what his thought process was as far as writing everything, and pertaining to what Boom is. I want to say this is Boom is now Boom's flagship title. And Boom has had some incredible stuff that I've loved reading. This has become their flagship title, and they've, like I said, I think I said this a few months ago, whatever. Boom is now one that line up for 100 issues for Something's Killing the Children, which is, again, well earned. Phenomenal story, great art. Everything about it is great. The whole universe. Even when you had the books series, where it was the Book of Slaughter, the Book of Cutter, the Book of Butcher, all of those were even phenomenal things. Those source material books, but you still read them like a comic. I love that. So this is congratulations to everyone involved. Congratulations to James Tinian, all this work that you've done. I have to go back and read your Batman stuff. I didn't read the Batman stuff because I think the first thing I read from you was something is killing the children, and I read it during the pandemic. Started one Friday night. I was off. I'd ordered Chinese food. Read the first issue, and I said, "Oh, bet. Okay, great. Yeah." I ended up buying the next two trades and reading them that night, and I was hooked instantly. So this is fun. You love to see it. You love to see hard work and great stories and characters and such get over, and this is what that is. So phenomenal. Congratulations to you. The next thing is Black Comics Day. Okay, so this is an event I have never been to, but I would love to. I would probably lose my mind because I love events like this, where everyone's having a great time and it's Black indie creators, and everyone's just doing their thing, and it is a beautiful, phenomenal situation. But this is also over on the West Coast, which is part of the reason why I have never been there. This is pretty much a big event, like a con, and it's all these incredible Black creators getting together, indie creators mostly, getting together, and having this event. I love to see it. I love to. Like I said, I would love to even be a part of something like this. I think that would be amazing. Like I said, my head would pop off. My head would pop off, surely. This is going to be on. Let me double check the date, because I know it's going to be February. Wow, they've been doing this for 8 years. That's awesome. This is going to be February 14th and 15th. So you know what? This is great because you can actually do this as a bit of a Valentine's Day thing as well. You and your significant other or others. Always shout out to my poly people. I don't think you can see the screen because there's a technical difficulty with my system still going on, which is just phenomenal to me. So let's try this again. All right. Because I do want to show you this as they have their website is up. Well, so you can check it out. Let's see if it works this time around, folks, because I want you to see it. Yes, there we go. So yes, this is February 14th or 15th. This is returning. This is going to be 8 years. Eight years. I thought it'd been going on for longer, I'll be honest with you, because it just seems like as long as I've been online, it has been an institute. It has been there. So that's a beautiful thing. So 8 years, beautiful event. From everything that I've seen, it's always been this event where everybody gets together, and it's in San Diego, California, on Park Boulevard. Again, it's an event that I've always heard of. It's kind of said in those terms of maybe like for me here, like Ekbach, or the Black Comic Book Festival in Harlem, which I've been to numerous times. I love that event because it's beautiful and you just see everybody there. This is another just really cool and awesome event to be able to go to and vibe on. And this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 8 hours. You go both days, 16 days of just pure bliss and fun. I'm down with that. So I strongly recommend you go and check it out. It is a Saturday and a Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and a Sunday. And it is a Black Comics Day. It is a free 2-day event highlighting creators of African descent in the arts of comics, animation, film. Uh, yes, absolutely. So it's a free event. Go with your family. Check it out. Like I said, it's like significant other or others or a date. This is perfect for a geek day on Valentine's Day. Absolutely, positively, yes. I would totally do this. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me put it in my Rolodex for next year. Not Rolodex, that's the wrong word. In my calendar for next year. Yeah, I just love events where we get together, where we're talking about our stuff, where we're sharing our stories and our collections in whatever media it is, and and platforms, and just putting out to the people and loving it and bringing more eyes to our stuff for us, by us. Fubu is indeed real. It's not. It's, I don't know if it's still real. I honestly don't even know if they still do it. So yes, that's awesome. February 14th and 15th, Black Comics Day on the West Coast. If you are out there, please go and see. I think I've already seen the roster, and I'm like, these are all heavy hitters. So Murderers Row, as always, as always. So that was everything for comics news. A lot of great events. There's going to be more stuff coming up as well. But February, as you know, is Black History Month. I like to call it Black Excellence Month because it's not just about the history, it's about the here and now, and it's about the tomorrow. And there are a lot of people out there doing it. But next up, we're going to talk about Kickstarters. Now, Kickstarters, you know, are a favorite of mine. There's always something great and new and fun out there. And I have so many comics from Kickstarter. So let's start, excuse me, with one that is, I absolutely had a great time. I'm really enjoying this company in general, 615 Comics. They're doing a lot of great stuff, and I'm always happy to see them. And this was one that I just happened to run by, and everything I've gotten from them, I've had a great time reading. It's been an amazing story, fun characters, just everything's been there. So this is the King's Domain 1 and 2. So this is Amari King, aka Mahes, protector of animals, is back in action, and he will go up against the Alpha organization. Yes, I don't even need to know what you're going to be. Yes, give me everything that you have, and I'm going to take it. King's Domain was a fun one to me. Like I've said, uh, I'm loving stories that are being more, what's the word, that are being more focused in Africa, or having African characters, or having more of our folklore, our mythological creatures, characters, whatever, like anything from our folklore, from our culture, I'm loving. So seeing more of the characters from our culture, seeing more characters from the diaspora, and them becoming heroes or vigilantes, or whatever it is that you want to call it, I'm here for. I'm absolutely here for. This was a fun one because of the fact of it was a character who was a martial, who was a mixed martial artist, and who begins to, what's the term that I could use? Who begins to develop his powers. I'm a fan of mixed martial arts. I haven't watched mixed martial arts in quite a while. But when a character who begins to start feeling these feral powers, and that animalistic nature coming over him, I absolutely love. Especially the fact of he's against animal cruelty, which was something also, I can think of maybe one or two comics that have had that as one of the main characters' attributes, that they're against animal cruelty, and that's part of why they're doing what they're doing. There was a comic from, I think it was called Blowfish Studios years ago. I can't remember the name of it, but I love that fact. Also, I love the character design. Character designs always get me. Character, if you get a good character design, I will lose my damn mind. I will. I will lose my mind. This is issue 1 and 2. Like I said, 1 came out, I want to say last year or so, maybe. Excuse me for a second here, folks. And it just really blew my mind away because of the fact of, again, different aspect. African characters against animal cruelty. Just an awesome thing to see. And character design, like I said, I love the look of the characters, the feel, the vibe, the flow. I love when you can give me characters that look different, that have different hair, that have different skin tones, that have different body types. I want to see a variety. I don't just want to see all, 6'3" chiseled, what have you. Sometimes, look, I'm 5'5". Give me somebody who's 5'5", who has a stepdad bod, salt and pepper in their goatee, um, you know, maybe just shaved head because the recede hair, because their hairline is treacherous as hell. Give me that. And someone who's fighting for animals, and not necessarily overpowered. Like I do love cosmic characters, but I also love characters that are sometimes more grounded, that are more street level, or someone that, or just characters that are more, I don't want to say street level grounded, but just more something that I think I would see if I was actually out. Do love cosmic characters, and there are some really cool cosmic characters out there that I could highlight a bit. But I love that, especially like I said, characters that are in that feral nature, in that feral state. I love. These are some of the characters from the comic as well. Gore, Komodo. Hope I don't butcher this name. Mawinja. I know I butchered it. And damn, that's dope as hell. Yes, bring it. So I love the look. Colors are always vibrant and pop as well. The art is beautifully done. It definitely complements the writing. Like I said, everything I've read from 615 Comics has been fun, and it's just been just a really great time. From there's a particular vigilante that is very brutal and flies. It has these black wings, and I love seeing black wings on a character, especially a black character. I love seeing black characters with wings. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I was a fan of Hawkman and Black Adam. Calm down. I know the movie wasn't all that crisp, but it was all right. But I enjoyed that because of it. So this is another one, and it's just started. So I believe it just started yesterday or today. So you have 28 days for the King's Domain 1 and 2. I strongly recommend getting it. 615, actually go through 615's library, and you'll have some incredible reads, and they're fun and they're action packed, and they're, again, for us, by us. I mean, he's doing some really cool work. I can't wait to see what he does in a year, because if I'm loving and enjoying what's happening right now, I can't wait to see what comes out from 615 Comics in a year, 2 years, 3 years. They already pressured. They're about to take over. Outstanding. So yes, please go and get this one. It is absolutely fun. King's Domain 1 and 2 from 615 Comics. Now, the other Kickstarter that we have is Sweet Pea. Now, this one was one that messed me up. The first issue was it was a very beautiful comic, but it dealt a lot with trauma. Not just the father, but also the daughter in the story, and all of the kids involved. So we're going back to the world of Sweet Pea with issue 3. I think I missed issue 2. Let me go back and make sure that that I have issue 2. If I don't, I have to rectify that. So issue 3 is going to be is the launch page for the Kickstarter is out now, so it hasn't gone live yet. But you want to get on the launch page. Get on the launch page, because the more people that are on the launch page, at least 100, it will propel them more when they do go live, and hopefully they will become a project we love on Kickstarter. When you have that, you're up on the front page. People talking about you, they yelling your name. Shame, shame, don't love me like you do. Anyway, if you get that joke, thank you. This was a comic that was really great. This young girl starts to develop powers, and there's an alien attack. Was it alien or demons? I'm trying to remember if it was aliens, but there was an attack of otherworldly creatures. Let's say that. And it was the trauma that hit me when I spoke to Mr. Leggett about it. It was about the trauma of the father not knowing what's going on with his daughter, the trauma of the daughter when these creatures were attacking the bus that she was on with her schoolmates, and then the trauma of the schoolmates as well. These kids, as some of them were being hurt, disfigured, and being harmed by these monsters. It hit me in such a way that I was like, oh wow. When you realize that a lot of comics are trauma, it's that character, that main character, that protagonist, even the antagonist or villain, how they're dealing with their trauma, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. But to see this one, excuse me, black father, black daughter, and the trauma that was going on, not just from everyday life, but from these outside otherworldly forces, it absolutely captivated me, and I had to speak to Aleem about it. I think I'm going to ask him to come back on again so we can go through. But but if I don't have issue 2, I got to get that, because that caught me off guard. Because I'm like, I know I read issue 1 because it messed with me. Issue 2, I know there was something out there. So I got let me go back into my my hard drive and everything, make sure I got it. But this is another one that definitely it hit, and I loved how the art has just gotten better. So I know the story has gotten better, and it was just this really endearing story about a father and daughter. I love stories that are, when you boil it down to it, it's about a parent and the child and their interaction and how they go up against the world, whether they have an antagonistic interaction, whether there's a loving interaction openly and honestly, whether there's antagonistic but there's love underneath it, but they are both very hard-headed trying to get through it and figure it out. I love those stories because I can identify with that on numerous levels, just because of my own childhood and what I went through with my parents and what I still go through with my parents on certain days. But I love that in this form of comic. So yeah, check this out. Like I said, go to the launch page, let them notify you when it becomes available. All right. And that is everything for comics. Now, I do not have any comic book reviews. Why is that? Like I said, 2026, I had to rethink how I'm doing things with comics and everything, and reading so many comics, and it definitely can weigh on you. Oh, and hello, Dominic Fry, and Fry. Now I'm hungry. Jeez, mess up. Hope you're having a very good evening. Thank you very much for being here. And how I'm looking at comics. So I started to lose my way with comics and not reading things as much as I loved, but because I thought I had to read them so I could talk about them. That's over. I'm reading what I want to read, what's enjoyable, talking about that obviously, and going that route. It's about quality, not quantity. And that's what I want to give y'all, is more quality. Not that the comics I don't tell you about are great, because they're phenomenal. If I didn't like them, I would not be telling you about them. But sometimes you just gotta kind of pull back and let them know. And there are so many other things I've been getting into as far as anime. I watched an anime with subs the other day. Good, that was crazy. But I really wanted to watch it, and I wanted to see the different side of it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, so there's that. And 2025 was just a very odd year for me. But one thing I do want to let you know is that I'm still here on Fridays to let you know. Wellness Check Friday. I hope you're doing well. I hope you drank water. I hope you stretched. I hope you exercised. I hope you got your mind feeling good. I hope you took your meds, whether it's a physical or mental ailment. I'm not judging you. I just want to make sure that you're the best you that you can be. I'm doing the same myself this year. Like I said, I'm pulling back. stepping away from social media a lot. I'm not. I don't believe that I can't make time, but I can find time to enjoy the things that I truly do. And 2025, I found time to enjoy things and people more. And I was very proud of myself with that. And I stepped away from, from people who weren't reciprocating, who weren't giving it back. Because what's the point of that? You know, went to a museum, found a waterfall in the middle of like Manhattan one day, had a great time. Went to a diner called the Morningstar Diner. I just love the name Morningstar. It's just funny to me. So doing things like that. So I'm on that journey as well for this year. 2026 is going to be that year, and I love that, and I truly do. But I will say the hungry spot. Okay, y'all know I love food. I'm gonna be telling you what's on my plate, but this year I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna be on my plate. I'm giving up a lot of potatoes, French fries, potato chips, what have you. Stepping away from potatoes. I know. It's wild, but I have to. It's a little too much. I got a little too much stepdad, but I gotta calm down with that. Also, bringing back the thing about pizza 3 times a year. Uh, Last year, unfortunately, got a little out of hand. I think I had it 5, 6 times. This year, 3 times. One of those times I actually waited and wanted it to be special. Is friend of mine and I went out, we had pizza, we had a great time, talking about whatever. Um, had like a comedy show too, and we had a really cool time. We needed to talk and just really get into it. And I had this delicious barbecue pizza. It was, and I had olives. I had olives for the first time. I never had olives. They never look appealing to me. Had them, enjoyed them. Black olives, because solidarity. But the olive was a little too salty for me, and I watch my sodium, I watch all that stuff now. So yes, that's what's not on my plate. Sometimes I'm going to tell you what I'm eating, and sometimes I'm going to tell you what I'm not eating. What I still am getting down with is tea, obviously, and that's it. So, folks, that is the show. Nice, light kind of show, telling you what's going on, just a little bit of it, giving you some Kickstarters, letting you know about this new year. 2026 is a year of resistance, a year of culture, a year of community. That's what this year is going to encompass for me. And here at the Hungry Bleak channel, we are going to start doing that even more so because we care about the community and we want to let y'all know what's out there. This ain't about likes and shares and whatever that is. This is about us helping us, talking to us, and letting you know we got your back. And the weights are off. No holding back. Whatever. 2026 is a year of letting it all out and letting it go. And that's what means so much to us. Because we love doing this. We love vibing with y'all. We love it. And we're going to keep coming at you with it. I'm thankful for Robert. I'm thankful for Jabba. But like I said, Michael is I'm taking care of some things right now, doing this thing, doing what the brother does. But he also loves it as well and taking care of it. And I'm so happy to have these people with it. But I want more. I want 2 other shows to happen. I would love, but that's in due time. But when you come here, you're going to get that integrity. You're going to get some fun, but we ain't going to BS you. We ain't going to be loud. We ain't going to be flashy. This is what we do. This is who we are. All right. So on that note, you have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe. I am going to go take my brown sweater. I'm probably going to go game. I don't have any sweets. Damn, I ain't got no cake. That's a shame because I could really eat some cake right now. I'm gonna let that statement go. I am. So, folks, y'all have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe. And as always, F Trump, fuck Trump, and fuck ICE. I'll see y'all later. Next week, we will be here again Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anime and gaming on Monday, comics culture on Wednesday, and the Hungry Bleak on Friday. Here is my pledge to you, and I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Every Friday, you will get an episode of the Hungry Bleak Show. Some will be live, some will be pre-recorded, but every Friday, unless there's something crazy going on, you will get a new episode. All right? That is my pledge, because we also want to be consistent, and we've been away from y'all a little too long. All right? You have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe. I will see you later. Peace.